A young servicewoman is suing a New Orleans casino after security officers refused to let her in. They claim that she was not the woman pictured in her IDs. Take a listen.
Recording.
No. You said I had a fake military ID.
That you cannot record in the casino.
But you said I had a fake military ID, right?
I'm not saying that the ID.
No, you just said that.
I'm saying that I don't think that it's you.
You don't think that this is me? This picture right here, you don't think that this is me? I have two IDs. This is my face. I'm in E6. Actually, I'm a second lieutenant now, and you don't believe that I'm a second lieutenant. So what's the problem? I'm showing you my ID. This is my picture. This is a valid military ID. This is a valid driver's license. None of them are
here,
expired.
We'll do this. I'll call NOPD, and then you can
call them. Call them. Please call them. Please call. Nope. Call them. Nope. Time out. Call them. No. Call them. Call them.
Okay, time out. That video has been seen almost 500,000 times. That's 23-year-old Deja Harrison, and she's joining us right now this morning. Thank you so much, Deja, for being with us, along with your attorney. First, let me say you are a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army. Your family was trying to spend some time together for a birthday party at Harrah's Casino. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Are you getting emotional just watching that video again?
I did. Sorry. I'm good.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm good.
This has to be so, is the right word, humiliating, that somebody would question your ID and your honesty, correct?
Right. I mean, not only was it humiliating, but I was just shocked and appalled that somebody would say I'm actually not in the Army and that my ID was fake. You know, I immediately started telling him, you know, actually I'm a second lieutenant now. I just commissioned this summer. After I graduated camp, and, you know, he just still denied access. So, you know, I started making the video and I'm literally showing him, you know, I have my vaccination card. I'm fully vaccinated. I even showed one of the staff members my Army pay stub. You know, I had a valid state ID, well, a state driver's license. I had a valid military ID, and I was still denied access to this casino. And he called the police on me. I stood there for 2 hours. After the first 15, 20 minutes, you know, I'm scared. I'm thinking like, wow, the police is coming. He still does not care that I'm still standing here. Not thinking that if you have a fake military ID, it is a federal crime. So I'm thinking, what type of connections does Harrah's Casino have with the police? I'm still standing here. If I were to leave, you know, like, would the police come and get me? Or like, what would happen if they do get here? So I'm just standing there humiliated. People are walking in and out of the casino. Like, but I decided to stand there, stand up for myself, because I was not in the wrong.
You were not in the wrong because those IDs were legitimate. And your attorney is joining us right now, James Dismond. Thank you so much for being with us. What type of legal fight are you willing to go after now in pursuit of what Harrah's security did with this woman?
Well, we're absolutely willing to go to the mat for Lieutenant Harrison. I mean, this manager clearly engaged in stereotypical thinking, implicit bias. He could not believe that a young Black woman had achieved the rank that she did through her hard work and dedication in the Army. This violates Louisiana human rights laws, and that he is engaging in those stereotypes. He's denying her access to a public facility based on her race. We have teamed up with attorneys in Louisiana, and we're ready to file a civil rights lawsuit on her behalf.
Well, I understand the case now. Harrah is releasing a statement saying that on their Twitter account, when asked for an alternative form of identification, she presented a military ID card, but the information on the ID card did not match the information she had verbally communicated to our security officers. They did apologize for the mistreatment or for the misunderstanding, but they're saying that there was one thing said and one thing presented. Deja, what would you have to say to that?
So to that, I actually told them that my rank says E6 because I was in the process of commissioning as a second lieutenant. I told him, it wasn't seen in the video that I put on Twitter, but I told him I just recently commissioned as a second lieutenant. My rank is actually higher. So instead of not telling him that my rank is not, instead of not telling him that my rank is E6. You know, I told him the truth. My rank is actually higher. I'm now an officer. So what would you have done if my ID was updated to a second lieutenant?
What's
You
the
really
worst?
wouldn't have.
What's the worst
Excuse me?
part about all of this?
I think the worst part about all of this is people who had to see this. I had a lot of veterans who DM'd me and said it hurt them to see this. A lot of disabled veterans, hundreds that DM'd me that started out their message saying, "Hey, I am a disabled veteran. It hurt me to see this." Or Black women reaching out to me and telling me, "Hey, I have a daughter that looks like you. What if this would have happened to her?" And just the fact that you see what happens when the police are called on Black people. Some of them aren't standing here right now, and I was just glad that I'm standing here defending myself, able to defend myself in the correct way, stating the facts, having all of my ducks in a row. I'm just happy to, you know, be able to stand up for myself and stand up for the people that are behind me, the soldiers, the women of color, the women that are in the Army that are lieutenants now.
So I can officially call you Lieutenant Deja Harrison.
Yes, yes. Unfortunately, this is my first year as a lieutenant, but unfortunately this had to happen. But I mean, it is what it is.
Well, I would appeal to you not to let it deter you from your dreams and your goals. Obviously young and ambitious and have many more accomplishments that you have to look forward to in the coming years. Thank you both for joining us. We appreciate it.